And now, News 4's Weather Extra with Chief Meteorologist David Paul.
Welcome into Weather Extra on this Friday evening. Ryan is off tonight. He worked this morning, so we're letting him rest on this Friday evening. We have a lot to cover here. We have cool air coming in for the weekend, warmer air next week, and we're going to break down that situation today across the south with that sunshine and then the clouds popping up. Let's go back a little bit and talk about the month of March and the month of April so far. It's been up and down and up and down, near record lows. Last week we had high temperatures around 90 degrees. For a breakdown on this ride that we've been on, here's a look with Ryan.
We've seen a rather cool pattern for much of this past week, and while cool stretches like this are common this time of year, well, we've actually been running a little bit warmer over the past couple of months. Taking a look back at high temperatures back in March, 17 out of 31 days were above normal, with the highest temperature on March 15th at 84 degrees. Only 8 days were below normal, with more of those highs in the 60s. That put our average high last month around half a degree above normal, which is at 73.5 degrees. And of course, for the first week of April, we were running a little bit hot, where temperatures were around the upper 80s. Even April 2nd reached 90 degrees in Dothan, and that actually marked the second earliest that Dothan has seen temperatures at or above 90 degrees. And even with the cooler days that we've seen so far this week, our average high now is at 81.7 degrees. That's about 5 degrees above normal. And the same can be said for the mean average temp for April as well. So far, we've seen an average mean temp around 70.1 degrees, and compared to that normal, that's 64.8 degree. That has put us about 5 degrees or a little bit more above that normal threshold at 64.8 degrees.
That warm air last week was so powerful, really bumped up that average for the month. But cooler air is in place now and will linger into the weekend. Here's a look across the south for Sunday morning. That cool air, that low pressure firmly entrenched across the southeast part of the country for Sunday morning. Meanwhile, west of us, ridging in the atmosphere, and that is a warmer flow of air that will eventually be coming into our area. But short term, it's all about the cool air coming in for the evening hours here and overnight. We wake up tomorrow morning in the middle 40s, and areas north of us will be in the 30s again. So a cool start tomorrow, a decent recovery tomorrow, lower 70s, upper 60s, and then the core of this chill kind of develops across the area for tomorrow night. So I'm shooting for a low of 43 at Dothan by Sunday morning. Some areas, say Andalusia, Crestview, lower 40s, 42 or so, northward 40 in Troy, 39 or so in Eufaula. Again, some pockets north will be in the upper 30s. I'm not looking at any frost, but it will be a very chilly start to our Sunday. And these readings really not too far away from record lows for the date. That record is 41 for Dothan for Sunday, set back in 2004. The forecast is 43 degrees. Could we get to 41? Maybe, unlikely, but it's a possibility. Some areas will. The airport tends to be a little bit warmer than some of the surrounding lower lying areas, so real chill coming in for our Sunday morning. But, you know, temperatures like this will be harder and harder to come by as we get deeper into April and then into May. So if you don't like the cool air, it will be gone before you know it. If you like the cool air, enjoy this, because as we go through time, we're tracking some changes going into next week. We're going to break those down coming up next.
And now, News 4's Weather Extra.
Welcome back to Weather Extra. Early in my career, I worked in the Midwest. Started out in Northeast Missouri for a little over a year, 2 years in North Iowa, 5 years in Northwest Illinois. I learned all about self-destructing sunshine. Have you ever heard that term before? Self-destructing sunshine. We don't see that too often in the South. It's much more common up north. And here it is. It's when the atmosphere starts off sunny and the sun heats up the ground, causes rising air, and then it produces cloud covers. So the sun kind of destroys itself because it makes the skies turn cloudy. A very speckly nature to the satellite and the radar today from our area northward. It was sunny this morning, Huntsville, Birmingham, Montgomery, and then just within the matter of an hour or two, the clouds really fill in and the showers fill in as well. So how does this happen? Well, I took a snapshot today from our Enterprise Electronics Corporation camera in Enterprise looking northward. 3rd. And here's the setup. Now, this is towards sunset, but during the day when the sun is high in the sky, it heats up the ground. That warm air rises. Up above, it is very cool. We have a cold pocket of air aloft, and that creates a lot of instability. The greater the difference between the warm air at the ground and the cold air up above, the more instability there is in the atmosphere. That basically means the air rises very, very quickly, and that's why we had so many clouds forming today and so many thunderstorms yesterday, areas north in Tennessee and into Alabama. Today, we've had some spotty showers, especially north of us, because of that instability. So the sky starts off sunny, the sun heats up the ground, the air rises because of the cold air aloft, the clouds fill in, the sun is gone, and it becomes mostly cloudy. A little bit here, much more so to the north of us. So maybe we'll say that again at some point, self-destructing sunshine. All right, a pattern change on the way for next week. This evening, that cool air is rolling in. Again, tomorrow morning, pretty chilly, but notice that bubble of warmer air Sunday back to the west of us. That will be spreading in as we go into Monday. So high temperatures here Monday will be in the 80s. And then we watch that boundary. It kind of sags southward, some cooler air back into our area for Wednesday morning and for Thursday morning. And then we get that return flow setting up going towards Good Friday and into the weekend. That is Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. So there's going to be a cold front on the map at that point. The models have been kind of all over the place. I am leaning towards this solution, which is backed up by the artificial intelligence European model, which is really good. It has that boundary well to the north of us Saturday morning. That will be the dividing factor between the cool air and the warm air. And it looks like that warm air will dominate for us as we go into Easter Sunday. So we could very well see high temperatures on Easter Sunday well into the 80s. Where does that rank? Well, because Easter is so late this year, the normal high for April 20th is 80, the normal low 56, the record high 91, the record low 42. Probably closer to a record high than a record low. So plan accordingly. We'll keep following this as we go through the week ahead, but maybe short sleeves as you plan your dress wear for Easter Sunday morning. That's it for Weather Extra tonight. Enjoy the weekend. I'll see you Monday. Good night.